Hi, I'm Stephen Paul, Executive Chef of Grubworkz, and I'm here today to show you how simple it is to use our great Grubworkz home delivery products at home. Now, it really couldn't be simpler than this. Our products will arrive direct to your door in a polystyrene box such as this, and inside, all chilled, packed in ice, will be our products. Here we have our delicious pulled pork shoulder, which we've slow cooked with things such as cumin, paprika, butter, honey, and slow cooked for 14 hours. The next thing that I need to do is pop this into a bowl of really tepid tap water, just to soften those juices. This is our pulled pork, and you'll see that all of the juices, you can still see lots of the spices, have all softened up lovely now. It's been in here for about a minute, that's all, and that's how fast it really takes. So what I'm going to do next is cut that open. Carefully pull out the piece of pulled pork. Now I'm going to keep, so I can grab hold of it, I'm going to keep the juices here because they're delicious to use once the pork has all been pulled and you can mix the two together. Now what I'm going to do to this is a little bit different. I'm simply just going to carefully, it's cold obviously, but I'm going to pop that there. And then you'll remember some of the juices that I kept. I'm just going to actually, in fact what I'll do first is scrunch it up a bit more. I'm just going to make a parcel and put some juices on. And I'm just going to scrunch it up, not completely, cover it, leave a gap for some of the steam to escape from, and leave it like a loosely folded over parcel like that. And then next, I'm going to put it into an oven, a hot oven, usually around 180 to 190 degrees. I just let that cook for about 12 minutes. You can leave it in there longer, you can leave it in there if you have an Aga at a slower time and temperature. So it's ready to come out of the oven, so let's have a look. Now I'll let that rest for a couple of minutes as it's very, very hot. You can see how the juices have caramelized, and all of that I want to tip back into the pork once it's been pulled. I've let the pork cool down for a couple of minutes. You can still see there's some steam coming off. And what I'm going to do is just carefully slide that off. Look at all those lovely juices. Discard the foil. And then simply using two forks, just carefully just pull the pork apart, just shredding it into small pieces. Now you can do this as fine as you like, larger pieces. You could eat it whole if you wished, it doesn't really matter, but just pull it apart and keep pulling it apart until it falls into amazing shreds. Okay, so what we have now is very simply a floured tortilla, which I've spooned over some tomato salsa, sprinkled liberally some coriander, peppers, some very finely sliced lettuce, and some spring onions. And now all that really remains for me to do is to take as much or as little of the pulled pork as you'd like, and it doesn't really matter, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to use about that amount. If you're feeling really hungry, you can use it all, it doesn't really matter. And then carefully just roll this up. I'll just slide it, there we are, onto the board. Put that there. And then just to show you, you can leave this to go cold. You could have it for your lunch or as a supper dish, it doesn't really matter. And then, there we are. There's our pulled pork, slowly cooked with butter, cumin, smoked paprika, honey, really versatile. And there's a simple supper dish or great lunch snack, our pulled pork in a floured tortilla.